The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Why, hi there. It's Uncle Ron Juckett. Welcome to the show for this last day of March 2023. What an opening day. Games in 2.5 hours. How about that? Aaron Judge homering in his first at-bat of the year. Just a fun day to watch baseball yesterday. So today for you, as our 2001 in action PC season odyssey continues, it's the Battle of New York City. It's the Yankees and the Mets. In fact, it's a rematch of the 2000 World Series. So they played last night. I'm sure Roger Clemens and Mike Piazza had a beer together that they probably tried to poison. So it's a rare Saturday night game that we're going to do. We try to keep to the old baseball game of the week daytime specials, but this one's a nighttime version on a Saturday, the 16th day of June. The Yankees and the Mets, and it's Mike Mussina versus Kevin Appier. How about that? So that's a good one for you. The Yankees are cruising right along. The Mets are holding their own. It's a packed house at Shea on a beautiful night for baseball. Let's get to it, shall we? As Retro Sports Network presents 2001 in action PC season odyssey. Tonight from Shea Stadium in Queens, it is the New York Mets versus the New York Yankees. How you doing, Steeler fan? And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Just a gorgeous night. In New York, you have COVID for the third time. I had it once last year, about a year ago, as a matter of fact. It wasn't much fun. I don't have COVID. For the most part, doing well. Thanks for asking. Kevin Appier is 33 years old. It looks like from that picture that somebody stuck a flashlight in his eye and woke him up. Making his 14th start of the year, he is 4-5 with an earned run average of 342. I'm surprised he's only 33 here. Curveball pitcher at 87 and a standard pitcher. He last went against the Devil Rays on the 10th, so on 6 days rest. A 4-2 win, 7 2/3 innings, 105 pitches, 3 hits, 1 unearned run, and a season-high 10 strikeouts. 79 innings, 73 hits, 38 runs, 30 earned, 8 homers, 21 walks, 67 strikeouts. Zeldaron, I had a great opening day. How are you? Lineup: Appier will face. Chuck Knobloch is in left field for the Yankees. He'll lead off. Derek Jeter will bat second and play short. Paul O'Neill in right goes third. Bert Zilderon, a 6-month sub. Thank you so much. And he does it with Prime. It cost him nothing. Bertie Williams is in center field. He'll clean up. Tino Martinez will bat first and play first and bat fifth. You can't play fifth. You could drink one, though. Jorge Posada behind the plate goes sixth. Scott Brocious at third will bat seventh. Stayed up to watch the Guardians lose. Who'd they play? Alfonso Soriano is at second batting eighth, and Mike Mussina on the mound will bat ninth. Well, it should be a decent year, although I think most people think Zilderon, the Twins, are going to win the Central. Oh, Seattle. Well, if Scotty shows up, he'll be happy. Manny Yakbayani is a 4-2 as we set the Mets defense for you. Shinjo is in center. He's a 6 and an 8. Perez is a 6 and an 8 and right. Robin Ventura is a 6 at third. Ray Ordonez is an 8 at short. Desi Relaford is a 3 at second. Todd Zeal is 6 at first. Piazza a 3-1 behind the plate. And Appier an 8 on the mound with a .941 fielding percentage. So here's Knobloch, Chuck at 225, 3 homers, and 18 RBI. 72 degrees, light breeze right to left. Just a beautiful night for baseball in Queens. Knobloch hits a ground ball to Ventura. Robin throws to first. for the out. What is it? Ohtani last night was the 26th person in baseball history to not allow a run, strike out more than 10 on opening day, and the first to lose. Derek Jeter at 305, 8 homers and 28 RBI. Apier deals. Struck him out. Jeter missed a curveball. Strike 3. Paul O'Neill at 243, 12 homers and 36 RBI. Ground ball to Ordonez over to first, and that will retire the side. The Yanks go quietly in the first, half an inning down, no score. So the Moose gets the call. Mussina 8-2, a 7-game winning streak, and earned on average of 249. 32 years old, curveball pitcher, fastball tops out to 88, and a ground ball pitcher. His last start was against the Braves 6 days ago. An 8-0 win, 7 1/3, a one-hit ball. He walked 2 and struck out 10. He did throw 125 pitches. His season high, by the way, is 11. That was against the Red Sox on the 24th. And he hasn't lost since the Red Sox beat him on April 16th. So overall, 94 innings, 73 hits, 26 runs, all earned. 4 homers. He's walked 21 and struck out 92. So it'll be Timo Perez leading off for the Mets in right field. Benny Akbiani will bat second and play left. Remember, Mussina has to bat. There's no DH in this one. Robin Ventura bats third and plays third. Mike Piazza behind the plate cleans up. Todd Zeal at first will go fifth. Sinjo in center field will go sixth. Desi Relaford at second will bat seventh. Ray Ordonez at short goes eighth. And Kevin Apier, who threw 8 pitches in his half of the first, goes ninth. So it'll be Knobloch at 4 and a 5 and left. Bernie Williams is 7 and a 3 in center. Paul O'Neill at 2 and a 5 and right. Brocious a 5 at third. Jeter a 5 at short. Soriano a 3 at second. Tino Martinez an 8 at first. Posada an 8 and a 3 behind the plate. Mussina is an 8 on the mound with a .977 fielding percentage. Perez at 266, by the way, 3 homers and 15 RBI. I think this is the last of our interleague games for a while. Pitch to Perez. There's a ground ball to Jeter over to first. 1 out. Brings up Akbayani at 301. 7 homers and 19 RBI. Fly ball, left field. Knobloch in the corner. Makes the catch, 2 out. So here's Robin Ventura, 194. 12 homers, 33 RBI, and lots of laughs from Nolan Ryan. Mussina kicks and fires, and Ventura strikes out. Got him looking. And that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1 at Shea, it's the Yankees nothing, the Mets nothing. So Williams, Martinez, and Posada to face Apier. Williams at 299, Bernie 11 homers and 41 RBI. Game 66 WFAN for the Yankees and Game 68 for the New York Mets. Base hit right field. Birdie tries for 2. The throw to Ordonez from Perez is not in time. And Mr. Williams has his 11th double of the year. So, Steeler fan, how bad are the symptoms for you this time? Here's Tino Martinez, 281, 14 homers, and 50 RBI. Ground ball to Zeal. Takes to the bag for the out. Here's Posada, 302, 9 homers, and 35 RBI. And Posada walks. Brings up Brocious. Scott at 272, 4 homers, and 19 RBI. Struck him out. Got him on an 0-2 fastball. Brocious with a check swing, and Apier has the second of the ballgame. So here's Soriano, 243, 2 homers, and 17 RBI. There's a liner in the left field that gets past Akbayani. Posada's going to round third and score. Benny throws it in, and the Yankees lead at 1-0. Or 2-0. So a 2-run double for Soriano, who has blazing speed. So his 10th double of the year, and the Yankees have a 2 spot on the board for Mussina with 2 out. Mike will go 1 for 7. That's what he did in the real year. So apparently we're not done with interleague play. Started with your sinuses. Steeler fan says it's trying to move to my chest. Oh, that's what you don't want. I felt worse yesterday than today, so I'm hoping on the downside. How long have you known you've had it? Pitch to Mussina. Struck him out, and that will do it. So that's 3 for Apier. But the Yankees get 2 runs on the double by Soriano on 2 hits and no errors. Bottom of the second, it's the Yankees 2, the Mets nothing. So Piazza, Zeal, and Shinjo to face the Moose. Piazza 307, 17 homers and 39 RBI. Ground ball to Jeter. How you doing, Scotty and Tribe fan? Over to first, 1 out. So let's see if Mr. Howard and Mr. Tribe fan get into it with the Mariners beating the Guardians. Here's Todd Zeal, 231, 5 homers, 26 RBI. Oh, so you started to feel a little Monday and you tested yesterday. When I had it last year, one of the things I couldn't do during the day was sleep. And that made it even all the more frustrating. Pitch to Zeal. Fly ball left field. Back goes Knobloch. Chuck tracks it down in the corner. And there's 2 away. For Toyosi Shinjo at 284. 7 homers and 22 RBI. 2-0 Yankees. Bottom of the second. In the Battle of New York. Base hit left center field. Knobloch cuts it off in the alley. And that's a single for Shinjo. Brings up Desi Relaford at 296, 2 homers and 12 RBI. To Soriano in the hole over to Tippy, or Tino, and that will retire the side. Tippy Martinez half asleep in his home was wondering, I was a pitcher, not a first baseman. What are you getting me involved for? Mets get a hit, and that's it. No runs and no errors. Going to the third, 2-0 Yankees. So opening 9 for Apier. 33 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. A walk and 3 strikeouts. Knobloch is 0 for 1. Steeler fan lost his taste yesterday. Get that man some liver. That's what I knew I needed to test. This time of year especially. Of course, you're blooming down there already, and we've just started to bloom. Pitch to Knobloch. Struck him out. That's 4 for Apier. An 0-2 curveball swung on and missed. Here's Jeter. He struck out his first time up. When the wifey and I had COVID last year, we could taste and smell everything. But it never stayed in one place. It just kept moving around. Little chopper Relaford on the grass in front of second over to Zeal. And Jeter's retired, 2 out from Paul O'Neill, who's 0 for 1. Tree pollen was off the charts last week. Yep, we'll have that in about a month. They say it's cottonwood trees, and I didn't realize we had them up here. They look like dandelion pollen, and you actually kind of have to shovel it. It's almost like snow. Pitch to O'Neill. Ground ball to Ordonez. Ray over to first, and that will retire the side. Yankees go in order here in the third. After 2.5, it is the Bombers 2, the Metsies nothing. So Ordonez, Apier, and Perez here in the third. Ray at 262, a homer, and 28 RBI. And Ordonez gets hit. We do seem to have a bunch of those. So Apier in a position to bunt 1 for 20 with an RBI and 9 strikeouts. Cottonwood trees are basically giant dandelions. Yep. And apparently we have quite a few in the area, but I couldn't tell you what they look like. Apier will square. Posada has it. Goes to Jeter for 1, and the sacrifice doesn't work. So the Yankees will gladly trade Apier for Ordonez. 1 out for Timo Perez, who's 0 for 1. Mussina, his opening 9, 36 pitches, 2 1/3, a hit, and a strikeout. Well, hopefully you'll be feeling better soon. Fly ball, right field. O'Neill in the stands makes the catch. A lot of Yankee fans here, and they'll part the seas. 2 out. Here's Akbayani. Benny's 0 for 1, sitting on a 7-game hitting streak. Ground ball at first. Tino lets it roll foul. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. So Mussina, 69-degree night here in Shea. Normally we do day games on Saturdays, but this really was the best option. Struck him out. Mussina got him, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits. The Mets have left 2 on after 3. It's 2-0 Yankees. So here's Bernie Williams. He doubled and scored on the Soriano double as Apier starts the 4th. Fly ball, left field. Akbayani. 1 out. Martinez is 0 for 1. In the right center, Shinjo moving in, 2 out. On the bright side, you got to listen to, oh, thanks. You play a little MLB The Show today. They didn't make it for the PC. I was going to buy it. Bernie does some MLB The Show, and they've got enough retro stuff in there. I don't have a console. I'm not going to buy one. Here's Posada. Walked and scored. Struck him out. Apier has 5 through 3.5. No runs, no hits, no errors, and we go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 New York. You got to be excited about the Astros season. Speaking of the Stros, here's the standings as we play the bottom of the 4th. What a gaggle we've got in the NL East. Florida, Atlanta, and the Mets are all tied. In the Central, petitions to stop the season have already come into the office here in Burlington as the Astros have a 3-game lead over the Cubs and the Cardinals. And in fact, Houston's really the only team above 500. In the West, San Francisco by 4.5 over Colorado. American League East, happy Friday, pesky poll. The Yankees a 4-game lead over the Red Sox. Cleveland a half-game lead over Chicago. And Seattle an 8-game lead over Oakland. If the season ended today, the wild cards would be Colorado and Boston. And Barry Bonds has 28 homers in San Francisco's first 67 games. Robin Ventura struck out his first time up. Big Dave, how are you? Line drive to center. Bernie Williams on his knees makes the catch, 1 out. So here's Piazza. He's 0 for 1. Mussina has held the Mets to 1 hit so far. Ground ball to Soriano over to Martinez, and he's going to reach. Piazza's on with the air. Soriano does not have great range. And the throw pulled Tino off the bag. And that's the first Yankee error. Here's Zeal. Todd's 0 for 1. Zalapsky Smurf. Taking no chances and who is rooting for Let's Go New York. In a game between the Yankees and the Mets. Way to go out there on a limb. Zeal's 0 for 1. Todd sends this one into left center field. Back goes Bernie, who'll make the catch. Piazza goes back to first. Here's Shinjo. He singled his first time up. Base hit left field. Knobloch cuts it off. And Piazza's going to hold it second. Also, some of the game times yesterday, Tribe Fan says, had a few that were 2:15. Are we going to party like it's 1969? Well, if you're the Mets, maybe. Although I saw Verlander got hurt. Desi Relaford is 0 for 1. The Giants and Yankees had that 2-hour and 33-minute game yesterday. And if that ends up being the average, it'll be the fastest average time for a game in 43 years. David Robertson didn't blow a save, so that's reason for partying. Yeah, the Red Sox had that 10-9 game. I shut it off and it was 5-2. Pitch to Relaford, first and second, and now the bases are loaded. Here's Ray Ordonez at he was hit by a pitch. So they're loaded 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. How you doing, John? Midlife crisis. So yeah, opening day, a rousing success. Pitch to Ordonez. Struck him out. Mussina gets out of a bases loaded jam. Got him swinging. And that'll do it. No runs, a hit in the air. Mets have left on 5. After 4, it's 2-0 Yankees. Guardians got 4 gosh darn hits and blew their game in the bottom of the 8th against the Mariners. So Brocious, Soriano, and Mussina. Scott struck out his first time up. Fly ball, left center field. Shinjo running over. Makes a diving catch. So here's Soriano. His 2-run double in the 5th. Or in the 2nd, rather. Are the only 2 runs in the ballgame. Scotty's 69 Pilots are off to a 3-10 start. Won their 3rd on your 17th birthday. And you got to go pound some Budweiser. John says, 2 of my favorite teams with a rolly eyes. Could I root for a tie? No, not in 2001 you couldn't. Wait, you're a fan of Mussina? Go Yankees. Red Sox fans pass out in mock horror. Pitch to Soriano. Struck him out. That's 6 for Apier. So here's Mussina, who struck out his first time up. 2 outs, top the 5th. Not even seeing a temperature for me. Apier deals. Mussina ground ball to Zeal. And that will retire the side. Played against Mussina in high school through 90. Dear Lord. Didn't need the knuckle curve. Pesky pull. The weather at Shea is 68 degrees and clear. Winds blowing in from 11. Here it is 40 degrees and sunny. The rain's coming here. Halfway home on a Friday afternoon. The Yankees 2, the Mets nothing. How many planes have flown over the park so far? So the Yankees lead 2-0. A two-run double by Alfonso Soriano, if you just joined us late in the second. That's it, and the Mets failed to score on a hit, a walk, and an error. So a good duel between Mussina and Apier. Both have allowed 2 hits. Mussina has struck out 3. Apier has fanned 6. Speaking of which, he's 0 for 1. David Dinkins, who was the mayor in the early 90s in New York, such a tennis fan. Of course, the Opens played in the parking lot, essentially. Ground ball to Soriano, over to Martinez for the out, remember? Shea was built on the site of the 1939 World's Fair, and right next to the 1964 World's Fair. That, of course, jet engines landing at LaGuardia bothered tennis matches so much that he petitioned and got the flight pattern changed so it wouldn't bother the tennis. Timo Perez is 0 for 2. Mussina opening 18, 76 pitches, 4 1/3 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. See, this is not the conversation that you'd hear in the middle of a Fortnite stream. Pitch to Perez. Fly ball, right field. Back goes O'Neill into the corner, and Paulie makes the catch, 2 out. So here's Akbayani. Benny is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. I just think that the Plains just added ambiance. Makes it uniquely New York. There's a ground ball left side past Jeter for a base hit. So Benny is on. Only the 3rd hit for the Mets. Here's Ventura. Robin is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Unless they have exploding, don't give them any idea, Tribe fan, unless they have exploding tennis balls in Fortnite. What are the weapons in Fortnite? Is it like pistols or something like that? Pass Jeter, you're shocked. Be careful. They'll get sent a gift bag. Pitch to Ventura. Robin sends this one into right field. Back goes O'Neill. And that will retire the side. After 5, no runs, no hits, no errors. The Mets have left on 6. After 5, 2-0 Yankees. 40 degrees and drizzle in the Pacific Northwest. Am I suggesting that tennis players are high-strung? Ha, ha, ha. I'm suggesting that some of them may, especially in the 1980s, have snorted some lines. Just saying. Here's Knobloch. Chuck is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Apier opening 18, 70 pitches, 5 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Drops one down. Piazza picks it up and throws it away. Williford was there, but the throw got away, and it ends up in right field. Perez has to pick it up, and Knobloch's on second. So the first error for the Mets. Wow, Pesky Poe is channeling his inner Todd B. Tennis players just don't like the racket the Plains cause. So here is Jeter. Derek is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Knobloch on second. Yankees up 2-0 here in the 6th. Line drive left field. That's going to score Knobloch. Akbayani has to go find the ball. Jeter's into second with a double, and it's 3-0 New York. So the 15th double for the captain, and that'll bring up Paul O'Neill, who's 0 for 2. And O'Neill walks. We probably should pay attention to Apier's pitch count. 82 for 120. So first and second, nobody out. The Yankees have 3 runs on 3 hits and an error. Wow. You sure you and Todd B aren't the same person, Mike? Yankees have left 1 on. The Mets, no runs, 3 hits and error, and they've left on 6. I am told, person who buys Crocs for his kids, that tennis players did love the new flight plan. They served the injunction to authorities. That's the Lapsky Smurf. Yeah, apparently the stadium in Seattle just covers the field, not the stands. Pitch to Bernie. Base hit left field. That's going to get home at least one. Ventura should have had that. Jeter scores. O'Neill motors into third. The throw to Relaford is not in time. Bernie has his 12th double. It's now 4-0. O'Neill is on third, so 2 in scoring position still. Nobody out. And Apier is looking for a 6th loss now. Tino is 0 for 2. Pitch to Martinez. Fly ball right field. That's going to be in foul territory. Maybe. Perez makes the catch along the line. O'Neill will tag. And it's 5-0 Yankees. So that'll bring up Posada. Burn, baby, burn. It's a disco inferno indeed. Posada 0 for 1. A run scored. A walk and a strikeout. Oh, the stands are covered, but the wind blows off Puget Sound. Okay. I went to a game once in Montreal that if there wasn't Le Grand Laurent's roof, that game wouldn't have been played. It just thundered and poured all the way through it. But there was no air conditioning. And so you had all the heat and humidity of a hot August night in Montreal and none of the relief of the rain. You want to hear my Sterling voice? Well, if I get a home run, you might get it. I don't think I can do Sterling very often. Pitch to Posada. Struck him out, and that's 7 for Apier. A 1-2 fastball. You can be Susan. You can call me Al, all right? I'll call you Betty, and Betty, you can call me Al. Here's Brocious. Scott is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Apier deals. Gets away from Piazza, and Bernie goes to third. Yep, you've been to an Olympic Stadium game in November, no heat. That I'm not surprised. I mean, there really isn't any reason to do that. And it did look like that Close Encounters of the Third Kind with all the lights in the roof. So here's Brocious. A full count to him. Apier deals. Scott strikes out. Number 8. It was a big inning for the Yankees, though. 3 runs, 2 hits in the air. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 5-0 Yankees. Oh, you want to see the Alouette? They are unique. And Waldman, I think, is greatly underappreciated. I'm sure I've told you this Susan story. If not, I'm going to tell you again. Piazza's 0 for 2. Susan Waldman is a trained opera singer. Pitch to Piazza. Fly ball. It is high. It is far. It is caught by Knobloch. Susan was a trained opera singer who was a huge baseball fan. Oui, oui, les Alouettes versus les Argots. Montreal and Toronto. All right. Here's Zeal. He's 0 for 2. Susan had done some work covering the Red Sox for somebody. And Sherm Feller. Now batting. Number 8. Harry Yastrzemski. Number 8. Yastrzemski. The PA announcer for the Red Sox for a long, long time. They were friends because Sherm played a mean piano, by the way. And, yep, so WHN in New York was about to go from country to all sports at 10:50. If you remember when the fan was on 10:50, you're old. And she was considering applying for the Yankee job. And he told her to go for it. He beat reporter for a brand new station, didn't know if it would work or not. And she was the first voice ever on the new WFAN July 1st, 1987. Pitch to Zeal. Todd swings into center field. Bernie Williams will make the catch. And so she had taken that job as the beat reporter, covered the team all through their salad years, all their championship years. And when Michael Kay and then Charlie Steiner left because Sterling is such a peach to sit next to, Susan pretty much said, I don't want to do play-by-play. Sterling, at that point, was good at play-by-play. And they became Pa and Ma Yankee. Yep. Waldman going nuts. Oh, Wadja! In Steinbrenner's box. Scotty says, go Rough Riders. He's a BC Lion fan. Which one? Winnipeg is the Blue Bombers. Aren't there 2 Rough Riders in the CFL? Shinjo has 2 of the 3 Met hits. Oh, by the way, as we focus back on that, struck him out. That's 4 from Yasina. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 7th. It's 5-0 Yankees. So Apier, due to bat 3rd in the 7th, hopes to get through the inning. Susan is just very good at her job. Soriano, by the way, has a double. Has driven in 2 and a strikeout. And I wish he would have done some play-by-play. Yeah, I believe the entire league with CFL were Rough Riders one year. Ottawa changed. Now the Red Blacks. Because that's a creative name. It's just Saskatchewan, right? But I think that to get back to Pesky Pole's point, Susan, I think, is vastly underrated. Wow, are you sure, Mike, that you and Todd B are not the same person? What a bad pun. Struck him out. That's 9 for Apier. Musina's only... This might be it for Musina. He's at 104 pitches. He's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Mike says, that had to be a rough year. We wrote it out. Scotty replies back. So Musina stays in the ball game. Ground ball to Zeal. Todd to the bag for the out. Oh, the Rough Riders name for Ottawa is owned by a past owner. And they're too cheap, Selapsky Smurf says, to buy it back. So Apier, 27 batters, 6 2/3, 110 pitches, 4 hits. 4 of the 5 runs are earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 9. Knobloch 0 for 3, a run scored and a strikeout. That's right. San Antonio was in the CFL for a year. Baltimore was in the CFL. They won the championship. Knobloch gets hit. And now we got a fight. Apier and Knobloch get into it. Piazza throws a punch, and that'll do it for Mike. So Piazza is thrown out. So Piazza must have said a couple words to Knobloch, and Piazza's the one that gets thrown out. So we got a new catcher coming in, Todd Pratt, who is a reverse Lawrence Welk. He's a 2 and a 1. So Knobloch, that's right, Piazza told Knobloch not to hit his mother with a throw from the outfield. And somewhere in the dugout where the Red Sox are, Jason Varitek is practicing the line, we don't throw at 260 hitters. Apier throws to first. Zeal gingerly puts a tag on the Knobloch. Yeah, that's real brave. He knows Knobloch isn't going to hit his target. Oh, ouch. Pitch out, Knobloch stays, and the count is a ball and no strikes. Chucky goes to throw down to Relaford, and that is the 21st steal for Chuck. So a ball and a strike. Pratt has that ramen noodle arm behind the plate. Yankees are up 5-0 here in the top of the 7th. Struck him out. 10 for Apier in a game he's probably not going to win. Stretch time, 5-0 New York. You are on fire today. Did you take today off as well, or are just kids getting their economic lessons? Here's Relaford. Desi is 0 for 1 with a walk. Knobloch, according to Pesky Poll, confirmed a roid guy. Piazza, a rumored one. A little roid rage in New York. Hate to see it. Gosh. The sarcasm on that dripping off like syrup on a waffle. You're enjoying your planning period and lunch. Scotty says, I'd like to see Knobloch and Sachs play catch. Behind a fence, I would hope. Pitch to Relaford is 0 for 1. Desi draws the walk. So here's Ordonez. Ray is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Swings, ground ball, might be 2. Jeter only plays to first. Tino's there for the out. So Relaford on second. Who could hit a righty? And Joe McEwing, the man, the myth, the legend, will pinch hit. As a pinch hitter, he doesn't have one. As a regular batter, 268, 3 homers, and 12 RBI. Can we have an all Steve Blass team? Tribe fan asks. Blaska starting pitcher. Ricky and Keel in relief. Mackie Sasser behind the plate. You guys are just in rare form today. Posada says, let's not make a silly mistake here. McEwing line drive foul, third base side. Whistler's mother made that catch. 2-2 the count to McEwing. Joe pops up. Left side, Jeter. In foul territory, catches the Rainmaker, and that'll do it. Or no, Brian Boehringer coming in to pitch. So the Yankees will make a change. Game coming to you from Shea Stadium in New York. Boehringer 1-2, a save, and an earned run average of 462. Only with the club a couple more weeks. Making his 23rd appearance. 31 years old. Fastball at 92 and a ground ball pitcher. Yeah, watching Ankiel was so painful, that playoff game. To do it on national television. Came back, though. He had a good outfield career. Knobloch at second, Tomey at third, Offerman either at second or short. If you look closely around, Shea, you can see some garbage flying around on the warning track. Oh, it was always windy there. Not where he was going with that, but we'll pull that one back. Boehringer last pitched on the 14th, so 2 days ago against Les Expos. He went a third of an inning, 6 pitches, and struck out a man. So overall, 25 and a third innings, 24 hits, 13 runs, all earned. Some Nathan Rappers, if you will, right? 4 homers for Boehringer, 14 walks, and 23 strikeouts. Relaford on second, 2 out for Timo Perez, who's 0 for 3. In the center field, Bernie moving over in the left center, makes the catch, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th here at Shea. It's the Yankees 5, the Mets nothing. So who was going to come in? It is lefty, switchy, lefty. I saw the Yankees beat you on opening day in 2013. So here's John Franco. John, 3-2 with a 5.13 ERA, making his 27th appearance. He's 40 years old, fastball at 87, and a ground ball pitcher. Last pitched on the 14th against the Birdies in a 3-2 loss. Went an inning, 19 pitches, 3 hits, an earned run. Overall, 26 1/3, 29 hits, 18 runs. 15 of those were earned. He's given up 4 homers, 9 walks, and 29 strikeouts. He'll face the lefty O'Neill. Paul is 0 for 2, a walk and a run scored. And Shane Spencer will pinch it. Shane 1 for 5 on the year with a double and an RBI. He will play a big role down the stretch. Ground ball to third. Ventura over to Zeal, and Spencer is out. So 1 out for Bernie Williams, who was 2 for 3. He now has 12 doubles on the year. Doubled twice and scored. Drove in a run. My astigmatism is going nuts with these Mets colors. I have a hard time with reds and blues together like that. And Anyway, pitch to Williams, popped up. Relaford should make the grab. Makes the catch, 2 out. Scotty says, I don't know about Fortnite. Wow. What'd they put in your coffee at work today, Mike? But you spent an hour watching live chess on Twitch yesterday. There's no help for you. There really isn't. Trout fan watches darts. You watch that at work? And Pesky Paul can't believe the Yankees haven't retired Spencer's number yet. Tino Martinez is 0 for 2 with an RBI. 2 out, top of the 8th, 5-0 New York. Tino struck him out, so Franco gets through the inning. Strike 3 called. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 8th, Yankees 5, Mets nothing. Akbayani, Ventura, and Todd Pratt. Darts are fun. 180. Scotty loves the darts. And Tim has it on while at work with the official calling up the scores. It's easy to do that radio style. 100. Pitch to Akbayani. Ground ball foul, first base side. Game shot and match. Yep. They do have a cards and dice dart game, by the way. I think Roberto Savini's the one that has it. Pitch to Akbayani. Struck him out. So Bowringer got him on a 0-2 curve. Here's Robin Ventura, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And Ventura draws the walk. Phil the power, Taylor for the win. Never mess with a man that throws sharp objects for a living. Seriously? I saw that Volpe was wearing 11. Do they think that number should be retired for Brett Gardner? I mean, Gardner was an underrated Yankee. Here's Todd Pratt, 102. No homers and 2 RBI. I don't think I have another catcher, so he stays in the ball game. But the Yankees are going to start getting the triple digits and symbols. Pitch to Pratt. Foul tipped. And on a 2-2, we'll do it again. Strike 3. Bowringer got him. Curveball on the inside. 2 out. You listen to the Michael K. Show. Yeah, great radio. Oh, my goodness. Did you see yesterday, because I watched part of the Giant-Yankee game, that because the Giants had someone that was playing their first game yesterday, and Volpe played his first game, or Volpe, the number 5 prospect in baseball, that this year in your debut game, you get a patch on your jersey that signifies it's your debut. I'm sure that's for marketing purposes and all that. But I thought that was really cool. Yeah, it'd be like retiring Dave Gardner's number for the Yankees. Zeal is 0 for 3. Yep, it's so that Thompson Fanatic can put that on a trading card. Well, good. At least Kay had the sense to say, I love Brett. I really do, but he shouldn't have his number retired. No. Be like the Red Sox retiring my number. Pitch to Zeal. There's a ground ball left side base hit. Knobloch will pick it up. And Ventura, with 2 out, is going to gamble on Knobloch not being able to find the target. The throw to Brocious is not in time. So Ventura on third, Zeal on first. First and third for Shinjo, who is 2 for 3 in the strikeout. Oh, Salapsky Smurf's daughter got a first game sticker at her first MLB game. In Toronto, I assume? That is true. I did get an award for my hometown for COVID messages. So the Twitch Hall of Fame can't be far behind? Oh, yeah, because 6 of you are watching on a Friday afternoon. Shane Spencer and Kevin Moss is another story. Or actually, Miami. I doubt I'll be in the Twitch Hall of Fame. Actually, the Red Sox have retired my number. Wasn't for me, but they've retired my number. Pitch to Shinjo. There's a slow ground ball to Tino. Martinez underhands it to Boehringer, and the Mets get nothing and like it. No runs, a hit. They've left on 9 overall. We go to the 9th, 5-0 Yankees. So Franco will get another inning. Posada, Brocious, and Soriano. Jorge is 0 for 2. Oh, what? A run scored and 2 strikeouts. My rumored PED use is keeping me out. My wife told me to take them, and I listened to her. There's a line drive left field. That's a base hit. Akbayani will pick it up. I didn't know it was in that cough syrup. Just didn't know. But I had a good workout that day. Brocious is 0 for 3. And I struck out twice. Those lemon bars I had were pretty good, too. Here's a fly ball, left center. Shinjo moving over. Makes the catch, 1 out. The analytics community backs me. I only make 2 or 3 mistakes per game. That's what Clemens basically said. Yes. Oh, wait, he said only his wife took him. He stuck to the B12 shots, though. I had some clear on my bagel this morning. Does that count? Soriano 1 for 3. A double, and he drove home both of the Yankee runs in the second. Actually, the Red Sox have retired Joe Cronin's number. And if you know what that is, that's my number as well. I'm not related to Joe. Pitch to Soriano. Struck him out. That's 2 for Franco. An 0-2 fastball way out of the zone. And the Yankees will pinch it for Boehringer here. It's going to be Enrique Wilson. Enrique at 222 and 2 RBI. 208 with an RBI as a pinch hitter. Clear butter will allow. Oh, is clarified butter, to be honest. The Irish stuff you get that you paid $6 for a stick of. Franco deals 2 outs in the 9th, and there's a base hit into left center field. Shinjo cuts it off. Posada goes to third. So first and third, 2 out for Knobloch. 0 for 3, a strikeout, a stolen base, and a run scored. Cronin in a monster 41 season and pesky polls replay performed well above what he did in real life. The dice loved him. There's some people that will do that. That is not why I like the number 4, but he wore it. There's a ground ball to Ordonez. He goes over to first. Zeal is there. Knobloch is retired, and that will do it in the 9th. Mike Stanton coming in for the Yankees. The Mets need 5 to tie and 6 to win. So Stanton making his 32nd appearance, 2-1 on the year with a 3.12 ERA. The lefty is 34, throws the fastball at 92, and is a ground ball plus pitcher. Last pitched against the Expos 2 days ago in a 5-4 win, but Stanton didn't help his own cause. 1 inning, 23 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and a homer. Wow! What did Jane put in your sandwich today? 34 2/3, 31 hits, 16 runs, 12 earned, 2 homers, 1 coming against the Expos, 6 walks and 41 strikeouts. Scotty's number 4 can't be because of Bobby Orr. No, I didn't know about Beliveau until I was older as a Lapsky Smurf. But it wasn't for Bobby Orr. Scotty's 2 chess channels have 11,000 and 9,000 viewers watching right now. I have 6. Not 6,000, but 6. And I'm grateful for you all. Relaford will start the inning. Desi is 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Relaford draws the walk. So a leadoff walk for Ray Ordonez, who's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Yankees have Mariano Rivera, of course, in reserve. Might be 2. Stanton to Soriano for 1. Alfonso throws to first, 2 out. So 1, 4, 3 on the DP. You ate way too much yesterday. Count me twice, you have 7. So who can hit a lefty? Honestly, Darryl Hamilton is the only choice that we have. Hamilton at 175, 3 homers and 12 RBI. As a pinch hitter, 125, a homer and 3 RBI. So Stanton is ready. Last chance saloon for the Mets. Ground ball to Soriano, and the Yankees throw a shutout. So the Yankees will win this one 5-0. And go to 43 23 in 3 hours and 19 fake minutes. The Yankees 5 runs, 6 hits, an error. And they've left on 5. The Mets no runs, 4 hits, an error, and they left on 9. I suggest, Scotty, that you go play one night in Bangkok after that. Both Chesters are playing in the Reykjavik Open. Who are you watching? So Mussina goes to 9-2, 6 2/3, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Boehringer and Stanton, 2 1/3 of 1 hit relief. The Mets' Apier pitched a good ball game. 7 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 10. And Franco kept the door closed in his 2 innings. But no offense will do that for you. The rest of this Saturday in baseball, Cubs beat the Twins 5-4. Duncan 1-2. Miller 1-1. Rivas 3 for 4 in the stolen base. In 16 innings, the A's beat the Giants 2-1. 16. Anna Kramling, from Sweden, okay, daughter of 2 grandmasters. Magnetti is 2-0. Ryan Vogelsong takes a loss. He's 1-2. Tejada, 2 for 7 with his 14th of the year. I got a bunch of these to read. Wow. Cleveland beats Pittsburgh 6-4. Westbrook 1-0. Schmidt 3-2. Wilson 3 for 5, a double and a stolen base. Rockies 18 runs on 18 hits and shuts out Cincinnati 18-0. Wowzers. Davis takes the loss. Todd Helton 4 for 5, 21 homers, 4 RBI. He deserves to be in Cooperstown. Philly beats Baltimore 6-2, just in case you ever want to replay the '83 World Series. Oh, yeah, your mom should never do play-by-play. Person with a win, 3-5. Parrish 0-2. Bobby Abreu 2-4. 2 doubles and a stolen base. Expos beat the Blue Jays in 12-7-6. Strickland 4-3. Escobar 1-2. Barrett 4-5, his fourth of the year, and 2 RBI. My goodness, Florida 23-1 over Tampa Bay. Brad Penny 6-3. Lopez 3-5. Mike Lowell 5-6, his sixth of the year, and drives in 3. The Marlins 21 hits. Floyd does 4 hits and a homer. Eric Owens 4 hits and a home run. My goodness. By the way, Michael Barrett, had 4 hits and a homer for Montreal. Red Sox beat the Braves 6-4. Crawford 2-3. John Rocker 3-3. Javi Lopez 3-4, his fifth of the year, and drives in 3. White Sox shut out the Cardinals 3-0. Kip Wells 4-4. Dustin Hermanson 5-5. Don Paul 3-4 and a double. And remember, if it's not Mrs. Paul's, throw it back. Milwaukee beats Kansas City 7-3. Haynes his way 3-9. Paul Bird 0-2. Carlos Beltran 3-4. 2 homers, now has 9. And 3 RBI. I just saw the Seattle-San Diego score. The Seahawks and Chargers played that one. Texas beats Houston, I'm sorry, 7-3. Davis 4-4. McKnight 0-1. Rodriguez 1-3, his 22nd of the year and a walk. Arizona 17 hits. Damian Miller drives in 5, a homer and 2 hits. Craig Counsell has 4 hits as Arizona destroys Detroit 19-4. Morgan with a win, 2-1. Blair 0-1. Durazo 2-3, his 8th of the year with 3 RBI. Seattle beats San Diego 20-10. Russell Wilson with 2 touchdown passes. Dan Fouts gets 1 himself. Paniagua gets the win, 3-1. Lower is 0-2. Tom Lampkin, the backup catcher, 3-6, 2 homers, now has 3 and 4 RBI. And in the Battle of L.A., Angels 3, Dodgers 1. Jared Washburn 8-2. Adams falls to 4-4. Gary Sheffield 2-3, his 10th of the year, with a double. Next week on this channel, it'll be the Marlins and the Braves in a battle for first place. A.J. Burnett versus Greg Maddux. The second game will be Philadelphia and Florida. Although Philadelphia has fallen off, I could do Arizona. That one might be subject to change. And the Saturday game, Atlanta and New York, because the National League East is where it's at. 4 of the 5 are within 4. And will that be on TBS? Yes, followed by Andy Griffith and the Dirty Dozen, which you'll see right after the 6-4-3 double play. 6, 4, 3. All right, have yourselves a wonderful weekend, everybody. A full week of baseball next week as we head towards the end of June. Enjoy it, and the Final Four tomorrow. So long, everybody.